Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 7, entitled as Jnana-Vijnana Yoga, Sloka 29. jarā-maraṇa-mokṣāya māṁ-āśritya yatanti ye te brahma tat viduḥ kṛtsnam adhyātmaṁ karma cākhilam. What we learned from the previous sloka is that a person, due to his pious activity, punya karma, that is accumulated or done from several previous lifetimes, he becomes free of sinful reaction or papa karma and able to eradicate the dualities of the delusion, that is the ichcha and dvesha, liking and disliking. Then this person becomes devoted to Krishna, and his devotion to Krishna again varies. One may be devoted to Krishna to attain something material, a material gain. Or a person may be devoted to Krishna not for the worldly material things, but for moksha. And there could be people who are devoted to Krishna, neither interested in material things nor in moksha, but only interested in love of Godhead, bhakti, through bhakti. Of course, whether one is interested in wealth, or whether one is interested in moksha, or whether one is interested in love of Godhead, all of them perform bhakti, but goal is different. In this 29th sloka and the last sloka of this chapter, 30th, Krishna points out certain terms stating that these are the things one should know to obtain what they wanted from me. Different acharyas have numbered differently the types of devotees who approaches Krishna. 3, 5, 6, they categorize different types of devotees, but to keep it simple, we'll categorize everything into 3 as Aishwaryarthi, one who is interested in wealth; Moksha, Kaivalyarthi, one is interested in moksha; and lastly, one who is only interested in Krishna. Let's see the word by word meaning for this 29th sloka. Māṁ āśritya, by worshipping me; jara, old age; marana, death; mokṣāya, liberation or deliverance. Jarā-maraṇa-mokṣāya, meaning for deliverance from old age and death. From this we can understand which type of devotee will be this. The person who is interested in Aishwarya, wealth, Artha Artharthi, will not be interested in free of birth and death, because he wants to prolong his life in this world. So this sloka is focused on those who are interested in moksha. That's quite obvious over here. Ye, those who, yatanti, strives or endeavors; they, tat, that, Brahma, Brahman, kṛtsnam, adhyātmaṁ, all about the self, which is right now under a bondage. Cākhilam, entirely. Karma, actions. Cākhilam karma-ca, about all the actions related to it. That is the entire karma. They, viduḥ, should know. Translation: intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. So here Krishna says that for those who are interested in liberation, moksha, they should know these three things: Brahma, adhyātmaṁ, and karma. And it is not just knowing these things. Knowing this, they worship me, they surrender me. Ultimately, it is me who has to give them what they wanted. Here, one thing we need to know about this particular category of a person, how he differs from the devotees. This person is interested in moksha, but not interested in being with Krishna. Rather, he is happy to be himself alone. We can easily understand this by an example. If we there are people, when they get on vacation, one might prefer to spend their vacation by going to a different place with friends and families and get to know some other new people and spend a lot of time, party time. Whereas one might decide to spend their vacation being aloof from every interaction. They want to spend by themselves. They want to be alone and enjoy themselves. There is no inclusiveness of others in that. Therefore, this person is of that second category, who is interested to be free from jarā-maraṇa-mokṣāya, interested to get liberated, so he doesn't have to go through this old age or death. He's completely be satisfied or enjoy his own self. But how does he get this state? By worshipping Krishna. Let's move on to Sloka number 30. Sādhibhūtādhidaivaṁ sādhiyajñaṁ ye viduḥ prayāṇa-kāle pichamaṁ te vidur yukta-cetasaḥ. Sādhibhūta, the governing principle of material manifestation. Adhidaivaṁ, governing all the demigods. Mam, me. Sādhiyajñaṁ, and governing all sacrifices. Cha, also. Those who viduḥ, know. prayāṇa-kāle api, even at the time of death. Mam viduḥ, know me, or in other words, should think of me. Yukta-cetasaḥ, by engaging their mind. In other words, at the time of death, one should remember Krishna. Translation: those in full consciousness of me who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. Prabhupada in his purport for this, he says, persons acting in Krishna consciousness are never deviated from the path of entirely understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the transcendental association of Krishna consciousness, one can understand how the Supreme Lord is the governing principle of the material manifestation and even of the demigods. Gradually, by such transcendental association, one becomes convinced of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and at the time of death, such a Krishna conscious person can never forget Krishna. Naturally, he is thus promoted to the planet of the Supreme Lord, Goloka Vrindavana. The previous sloka spoke about the person who is interested in moksha, kaivalyarthi, whereas in the 30th sloka, it's about the others. For them, there are three terms being introduced: adhibhūtam, adhidevam, adhyātmaṁ. So, both from 29th and 30th sloka, we have 6 terms: Brahman, adhyātmaṁ, karma, adhibhūtam, adhidevam, adhyātmaṁ, which we haven't seen the meaning and details of it in detail. Therefore, at the opening of 8th chapter, Arjuna himself is going to ask, what are they that you said in the previous 2 slokas? Can you explain to me? And that's going to be in 8th chapter. In our next session, we'll see a summary of chapter 7 before we can enter into chapter 8. jarā-maraṇa-mokṣāya māṁ āśritya yatanti ye te brahma tat viduḥ kṛtsnam adhyātmaṁ karma cākhilam sādhibhūtādhidaivaṁ māṁ sādhiyajñaṁ ca viduḥ prayāṇa-kāle ca māṁ te vidur yukta-cetasaḥ. Namaste. Hare Krishna.